Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Star Fox 64 for the finale! So you see a different title screen here. This is the glorious title screen, which is really awesome, and Fox is just like, huh? What's going on over there? I want to see. It looks kind of cool. It's a thing. He's like, wow. And yeah, you get this title screen for getting all of the medals in the game on the main game and on Expert. Well, of course, you have to get them on the main game because you need all the medals on the main game to unlock Expert. And there's some other things that you unlock too, including some stuff in Versus where you can time trial. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. I can't show Versus because I don't have people here, but maybe a bonus episode or something like that, which is kind of cool. Yeah, you unlock the ability to just sort of walk around with a giant bazooka and shoot the crap out of everybody. Also, something interesting that I never pointed out is if you go and select Expert and then click on Training or Versus, you actually get to play Training or Versus on Expert mode, which that means basically that your wings will die a lot easier. But we actually basically have done everything in the game, so what's left for a finale? Well, what is this game all about? Getting a high score. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a score run. No resets or anything like that on the normal mode, because I find that I can get more points on normal mode. Overall, you can get more points on Expert mode, but I find the lack of wings makes it far more difficult to get as many points as possible on normal mode. So I'm going to try and do that. And yeah, no resets, as I said, because this game... extremely reset heavy for a score run. It's ridiculously reset heavy, because basically you'll reset every stage in the neighborhood of somewhere like 20-25 times, and in order to do that, you actually have to play through the stage, finish it, and then go back to the last stage and basically grind for lives that way. Or if you're playing on Corneria, you just basically restart the game because it's not really a big deal. Because you don't lose anything if you do that. But this is less like me trying to get the highest score possible, and more so me just showing the route that you would go in order to get the highest score possible if you're a relatively normal player at this game. Ow. Wow, that was very, very close to screwing that up. Also close to screwing this up. Holy crap, that was... very, very close. But yeah, a normal person will go through the route that I'm going through to get the most points, but a very good person at the game will go through a different route, which is far more difficult. Crap, I meant to shoot that guy. I know I have done better on Corneria than this during the LP, and I will do better, like, in the future, but meh, I don't really care that much. Wow, that was hitting a lot of things. You know what? I'm going to reset just because of the wings, so I'll meet you back here. Okay, well that's a little bit better because I have a wing and basically full health because I didn't screw it up that time. Yay. But yeah, there's basically no new content in this video in terms of like gameplay that you haven't seen already. I just felt like doing this because it is the right thing to do for Star Fox 64 LP. I don't know. It may or may not be the right thing to do, and you may or may not agree that it's the right thing to do, but I believe it is, because I would be kind of remiss if I did an LP of this game and didn't show how to get the highest score possible, which is the best thing to do in this game anyways. So yeah, wow, it's 152 there. That's actually not that bad. But yeah, as I've said several times, highest score is gotten by saving Falco and going through all the rings. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do, assuming I don't screw this up and crash into the sides of them like I just did, but whatever. There we go. Wow, this is... I don't know why I'm so nervous for this, because, like, I'm not actually, like, trying super hard to get a really high score or anything like that. I wouldn't be super bummed out if I didn't get a really high score. But, wow, I screwed that up as well. Dude, don't fly into, like, half the things in the stage. But yeah, this game is just really fun to try and get as high a score as possible. And that's basically the entire point of the replayability, is to get as high of a score as possible. So... why would I not show me doing the best that I could? Well, this isn't technically the best that I can do, but you understand what I mean. And while we're doing this, I guess I could probably talk about some of the things that I want to talk about. Because while I was doing this LP, yes, I timed that correctly, okay. While I was doing this LP, well, while I have been doing this LP, I've been very stressed out about, like, trying to do good commentary and good gameplay at the same time. And that's extremely difficult to do for this game, because this game is something that's extremely concentration heavy. In fact, when I first started LPing, I had plans to do this game a lot earlier, and I sort of watched some videos of people playing this game, and I'm like, how in God's name am I going to be able to do, like, relatively decent commentary while playing this game and trying to get, like, a decent score? Like, specifically that the run of this game that NCS has gone through and done is the one that I've sort of based it off of being like, wow, that's like some really good commentary as well as being able to play the game relatively well. Like, he's probably better than I am at this game at most stages. I like to think I'm better at Area 6 and Venom Hard, because he did not do very well on Venom Hard, because he got like 100 and some odd. I don't know, but anyways, like, I sort of use that as like a model for like how hard it would be to do a decent LP of this game, and it's really hard. Like, it's really hard to talk and play this game at the same time, because there are some things that are really, really, like, technique-heavy gameplay-wise that I'm not very good at. Like, unlock charge shots, like, aiming them in the right place. And that's why, when I did Zonus the first time, I actually, like, shut up for a good portion of it, because I'm like, this is a really difficult section of the stage, and there just so happens to be, like, the best part of the music playing in there, but it was really difficult for me to go and try and do that stage properly. And that's most of the reason why I didn't LP this game until I did, is because, like, I was really worried about, like, not being able to do commentary properly. But I sort of like to think that I did an okay job. I may or may not have, I'm not really too sure. But if I have, I'm pretty happy with, well, I'm pretty happy overall with the way that I've done the commentary. And, like, the editing, the reason that I've uploaded this every other day as opposed to, like, every day with a lot of my other LPs, is because there's a lot of editing that I did for this LP. Definitely, like, the most editing-heavy LP that I've done so far. So, yeah, like, I hope people have enjoyed sort of, like, the outtakes and stuff like that I've done, because that's probably the most work, is doing the outtakes, because I have to play the stage again, watch, like, the stage, and, like, pick out, like, the best moments from the stage, or, like, quotes that I remember specifically not hearing while we did the stage, like, the first time. And it's pretty difficult. And, like, I've sort of gained an appreciation for certain LPers, sort of like Chugga Conroy, who do a lot of editing in their videos. I mean, he does it to an extreme. Like, he does it to the point where it's, like, it's working him to, like, sickness. And he works, like, 12 hours a day on his videos to get, like, 1 out a day, which is just ridiculous. I mean, like, I probably put, like, a good 2 or 3 hours of editing into each of these videos, just so that, like, it would be up to snuff, I guess, would be probably the term that I'm looking for. But, yeah, I had kind of a hard time doing the editing for this, just because it is, like, a pretty difficult game to do that for, and I looped way too early. There we go. That was definitely a little bit better. But in terms of, like, why this is my favorite game, I kind of want to discuss this. See, this wasn't always my favorite game as a kid. My favorite game as a kid was probably DK64. I don't specifically remember that well what, like, game I thought was the best. Banjo-Tooie was definitely up there as well. Diddy Kong Racing, like, games like that. I really liked Robotron 64 as well. Like, that was definitely, like, one of my favorites as a kid. But this game was, like, the one that we would play all the time, but we sucked at. With the exception of, like, maybe a couple levels here and there. But yeah, it was like definitely one that was, like, sort of in the pack of good games, but it didn't really stand out until I'd probably say, like, until 2010. I was like, I really enjoyed this game, but it wasn't my favorite. And it was probably in 2010 that this game became my favorite, because like I was dealing with a lot of stuff in 2010, like graduating high school, and my parents getting divorced and stuff like that. That made it pretty difficult for me to like not be super bummed out about life and stuff like that. And like I didn't think that I was going to get accepted into university because I didn't do as well as I thought I would do on like my finals in high school, and it was like a real bummer that entire summer, because like I'd just been dumped by like, oh, it was like I don't really want to talk too much about that, but like anyways, it was a real bummer of a summer. That was totally unintentional rhyming, but yeah, I was definitely like really bummed out that entire summer, and then I just sort of played this game, and I played it a lot, and it sort of, I would like to think, got me through all the crap that I had to deal with. Wow, I actually did pretty decent in that section. I think I got 4 of those groups of enemies. I'm not entirely sure. But let's just see what my score is coming into here, because that mainly determines like how well you did. 164 is okay. Definitely you can get higher on expert. But yeah, this game sort of got me through that, because I just sort of picked up this game and I started playing it, and I kept playing it over and over again until I just sort of forgot about like all the troubles that I had in my life at the time. And you know, it was kind of difficult to just sort of like let go of control for that sort of thing. I didn't mean to shoot a bomb in that direction. I didn't mean to shoot a bomb at that guy. There we go. Let's see if I can get this guy down here. There's a lot of bombs required in this section. Like, it's just sort of ridiculous, but yeah. But this game got me through a lot of crap, and I like to think that it's my favorite because of all the crap that it's gotten me through. There we go. Shoot those guys. You get so many bombs coming up, it's ridiculous. So yeah, just shoot everything. Shoot it! Shoot them down! We're being marked! Oh man, I screwed that up, but whatever. But yeah, this game got me through a ton of crap. It helped me out, and that's why it's my favorite. Because like, if it weren't for this game, probably wouldn't be the same person that I am today. I might not be LPing. I might not even be alive. Who knows? Like, I might have done something stupid, for lack of a better term. I don't know. I'd like to think that I wouldn't have, but you never really know what you're gonna do, like past self or anything like that. And yeah, that's why I really love this game. 331 is not a bad score, I would say. What's interesting is on the 3DS version, one of those batches of enemies with like that are all sort of like surrounding a rock on the string, at the very end of the stage, it's not there on expert mode, which makes it a lot harder to get a high score. I don't know how I noticed that, but I just sort of did, and I was like, man, I can't get a really high score on expert mode. I can get a higher score on normal. I think it's probably like 15 points you miss out on because of that. I'm not entirely sure. This is probably going to be really uninteresting, so let's shoot a bomb at the center, shall we? Just destroy everything right off the bat. Yes, I know, that was probably 8 of yours. I don't care. Bill, you're an asshole. Like, nobody likes you. Now, I could do this stage, like, really fast if I wanted to, but I'm going to do the points method and try and get as many points as I possibly can. Let's see how many I can get. I'm probably... You know what? I'm going to fast forward this because I've shown this too many times of me just, like, montaging, like, oh my god, this is, like, so many enemies. So, yeah. Commence the fast forward. Yeah, it really doesn't matter that much if you kill the core or not, because we're going to Sector X anyways, because Solar is poopy for points. So yeah, for some reason the hatches wouldn't open back up once the core appeared, which is kind of a bummer because I missed out on like 24 points that way. That's kind of why my score was really crappy. I mean, it is pretty difficult to get a decent score on this stage. Wow, there's nobody left. I killed them all. Like, there's Bill. Like, there's literally just Bill. Bill was literally the only one who survived that fight besides us, because he's unkillable. All the other ones are dead, and I killed them all. What an asshole. I think because I bombed, like, partway near the end or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to restart the stage, just because, like, I don't know how many bombs I have. I think I only have one, which is kind of bad, because I would rather have the laser upgrade and the bombs. But if I don't have both, then I'll restart to get the bombs, because you get more points with the bombs than with the laser. And you get a couple laser upgrades, like, sort of near the start of the stage anyways, so yeah. Mystery of the space base. The space base of space. Oh yeah, I have 0 bombs, so definitely restarting. It's kind of a bummer, because I really like having blue lasers, but at the same time, if I don't have any bombs, this stage really sucks, because you get like 10 points right at the start, because these guys are really hard to hit. Like I got a few there with a charge shot, but yeah, like right here, these guys are super difficult to hit. I don't know why I'm mashing the A button the slow way with my thumb, because I mash so slow with my thumb it's mildly ridiculous, compared to like how fast I mash with my finger. Like it is actually a little ridiculous how slow I mash with my thumb. But whatever, it's all comparative. Yeah, they are fast, holy crap. That's why I'm gonna bomb the crap out of all of them. Holy crap. Crap. We're getting close to the base. Again, one of my favorite lines in the game. Peppy has so many great lines in this game. Now, you could probably get more points by going to Titania than to Macbeth, but I get more points going to Macbeth because you get so many points at Area 6, it is mildly ridiculous. Let's see if I can get all these guys. Did I shoot one randomly somewhere? I honestly have no idea. These guys are for some reason like way harder to kill on expert mode. Can I get this guy? No, I didn't get him, whatever. 110, that's definitely not bad at the checkpoint, especially for normal mode, because I think there's less enemies on normal mode. It's pretty close, though. Peppy, as long as you don't die, that's fine. Like, I'll take as long as I need to save your ass, because you are definitely the biggest asshole in this game. Like, everybody says Falco's the asshole. They are completely wrong. I was talking about, like, super passionate stuff before, and now I'm not. But, like, that was pretty much all I had to say left, other than just like, oh, I'm gonna kill all these enemies because they're fucking here, and why the hell not? What better reason is there to kill people other than the fact that they're there anyways? Like, seriously, like, people deserve to die for no reason in particular. I didn't back up Peppy very well, but 228, that's not bad. That's definitely, like, okay. I don't know if that's, like, gonna break my record or anything like that. I don't think it will. But it's pretty respectable, I'd say. I'd say it's definitely like not a terrible score by any stretch. Let's see if I can get that guy. Ugh. Oh my god, there's so many enemies in this stage. This is kind of a little bit of a clusterfuck stage. Also, nothing is here, so yeah.
What the heck? Fox, look behind you!
Why? It'll just appear in front of me anyways. Also, I can't look behind me, so yeah. I don't know why the characters always tell you to look behind yourself. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, you're in a freaking ship. Like, something will pop up in front of you or start shooting at you eventually. Plus, how are you supposed to get that degree of motion? Damn it, I missed my high score by 1 point, I think. Or I might have beaten it by 1 point. I can't remember if it's 254 or 256. Bam, quick kill. Sort of, not really. Sorry, I was trying to mash, like, really hard there. That's why I wasn't talking. Except I wasn't even mashing that hard. That was, like, sort of like a regular mash for me. That's why I kind of want to do, like, another thing with Banjo-Tooie, is because of the Canary Mary race. And just, like, everybody's like, oh, this is the hardest shit ever. But I'm like, I've literally never lost the Canary Mary race in my entire life. Like that Banjo-Tooie race that I did on the Super LP Heroes channel, I mashed so, like so fast you could hear it in the microphone in the Skype call in the background in the last part. Peppy saw his life flash before his eyes. Yeah, that's because I took forever to save him. Whatever. I don't care about getting the medal. I mean, it's not a huge deal to me if I do or if I don't. In fact, you probably get more points if you kill your characters in Venom. I actually might try that, because I might be able to get all of Starwolf behind me and then just bank some shots off the ground. Or I could just not. I don't know. Yay, I got the medal on Sector X. One of the easiest stages in the game to get the medal on, assuming you go the correct route.